Hi everyone, it's Geoff and Lauren from discoverdouble-bass.com. We're here to answer your questions about the double bass. But if you want to take some lessons with us, see what we're doing, go over to the website and check out the video lessons and courses that we offer. So it's not just chat. Okay, Eamon has got a question for us, Lauren. He wants to know, how much would you say the rosin you use influences the sound of bowed instruments? Is it influential, or is it just a necessity to get the string moving? And we were just talking about this beforehand, Lauren. So I'll just jump in because I don't actually have a huge amount to say about this. Okay, you're obviously the bowing expert here. So the thing that always jumps to my mind when I think about rosin is the way that it influences playability, and I definitely think that, the difference between Pop's rosin and Colstein, I use Colstein all weather. Actually, at the minute I'm using this oak rosin and it's really nice.
Oh, I love that oak rosin. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's great. It's
good. Very sort of soft and kind of, I don't know, light and it's
like in between the Colstein and the Pops, like a nice...
Yeah, I think that's a good description, And I kind of think about, and I definitely think that there is probably a barkiness with something like Pops because I'm gripping the string more. But I've never really thought about the difference in tone. For me, it's always been a playability issue, How does it, how am I starting the strings? And now I think about it, probably Pops is a bit more, because it's starting so cleanly. I mean, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, I absolutely think that the rosin changes your tone. I mean, that's why people choose different rosin. It's not just about, whether it feels good or not. It's about, does it sound good as well? And I know a lot of people are very anti-Pops, and that's fine. I respect that. But I am a Pops girl through and through. I love Pops. Like, I will always use it. And
Lauren, is someone from the Pops organization there, and they're threatening you behind the camera? It's just a little bit much. Is Mr. Pops though with a big axe or something? Because you're really you're really into this stuff.
I know, I love it. I'm like an addict, but it's a great rosin for my bass and what I'm looking for in tone, because I have a really bright bass and really like tight strings. And I've used a ton of different rosin. I mean, every few months I decide that I'm going to try something else and just see what it feels like. And I always go back to Pops because nothing gets that grip and also the punchiness that I'm looking for, But that being said, I've tried a lot, and I've tried that oak rosin. I really like it. I've also tried Carlson is pretty good. Colstein is also really nice. I used Colstein all weather when I was at like a very humid place, and it just saved my life. But those two, Carlson and Colstein, are a little bit lighter. They're still sticky, but they're a little bit lighter than Pops. And so you're not going to have the same kind of front to the note always, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that you're not going to have as much of a punch. And I've also used cello and violin rosin. There's a really nice rosin called Bernadelle violin rosin, and it's really light. I mean, it's super hard, and it's not meant for the bass. And I remember going from Pops to that was such a drastic change because I was working on Bach and I wanted something a little bit lighter for the particular movement that I was doing. And it did the trick. And it was really interesting because it not only lightened up a bit, I didn't have as much of a punch, as much of a harshness to the tone, but it also felt like it made my tone brighter as well, So there's a lot of different things that change, it's not just the grip or the annoying like excess that it leaves on the strings. It's also the tone. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just think it's such a fascinating topic. We were just talking about hybrid strings. And I think actually when you start throwing in rosin to the mix as well, but we were talking about spiracores and them, being a really fun string to bow. And I was just thinking, actually, if I put the spiracores back on and try Pops again rather than...
that would be great. I mean, that's what I did. And this is also, I know this isn't the answer to your question, but it's just a gentle reminder because I've had a lot of incidents with my students, and they know who they are, that have just sort of neglected putting rosin on. So it's just a gentle reminder at the end of this video, make sure you're actually putting your rosin on like every day, at least just one swipe, or every other day, whatever. None of this once every 2 weeks business, because that also that also changes the tone and it prevents you from being able to grip the string. You could be using pops and you're
Yeah.
like, why can't I grip the string? Because I rosined last week. Why can't I? So
Well, Eamon, hopefully that answers your question. It's definitely given me something to think about. I'm going to be going experimenting with my old tub of pops again. So that's been really cool talking to you today, Lauren. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you have a question, you'd like to join the chat, join us in the comments section below.